Hi, hello. Welcome again to the official YouTube channel of the New Intelligent Design. Today, I'm going to make you a discoverer. Not only an ordinary scientist, but a discoverer. But before that, I would like to ask forgiveness to you in front before I continue on my video, because I've been living here in Japan for 22 years now. So I don't have a place and a time to practice my English. So in my video or in my some other videos, you will find, you could hear some bad grammars, bad pronunciation, bad sentences, and I forgive me for that. But I'm going to speak to you today slowly, if possible, so that you could understand my video today. As I had said, that I'm going to make you a discoverer like me. Discoverer like me. Discoverer. Discoverer. As I have claimed and I have said in my videos, in my science books, in this YouTube channel, that I discovered the real and the universal intelligence. And I've written that topic here in the book, The New Intelligent Design, Turning the Scientific World Upside Down, and giving you here free summaries of my books, of my ideas. And I'm asking you to read my books so you could know the real and universal intelligence that I've discovered. But some of you are probably wiggling your head and said, no, I don't want to read your books. Your book probably is a scrap or not science, has no evidence, has no facts. So the reason I'm making this video, because I want you to discover intelligence for yourself. You don't have to read my books, you don't have to watch all my videos. All you have to do is to watch these videos, and I'm going to give you a hint so that you could rediscover the real and the universal intelligence. Okay? So the title of this video is Rediscovering what? Rediscovering the New Intelligent Design. As I have said again, that I discovered the real and universal intelligence, and I want you to become a discoverer like me. You can do it. Just think. Okay. My discoveries, as I have told you, I've written that in my book, The New Intelligent Design, Turning the Scientific World Upside Down. This is the page. This is the cover page. The New Intelligent Design, Turning the Scientific World Upside Down. This is a science book. And this is the page of Amazon that I published my books. It is me. And I've published 5 science books. And the book that I have published and where you can read my discoveries is from this book, The New Intelligent Design, Turning the Scientific World Upside Down. This one. So, you don't want to read my books. All you have to do, you don't want to read my book. Assuming that you don't want to read my books. Forget my books. Okay, no problem. Don't read my books, no problem. But I'm going to show to you, I'm going to give you a hint on how to rediscover the real and universal intelligence. You know, the reason why I am so confident that I am right, because I always believe that real science has always an evidence. And my discovery actually is a real science. That's why I claim, and I publish a science book, and I am doing this kind of video, because I believe, and based on my analysis, I do it every day, that my science is a real science because it has evidence. But in science, what is an evidence? In science, in real science, we call that empirical evidence. Okay? So what is an empirical evidence? An empirical evidence, according to Wikipedia, empirical evidence, also empirical data, sense, experience, empirical knowledge, or the a posteriori, is a source of knowledge acquired by means of observation or experimentation. In my book, the one I've showed you, The New Intelligent Design, Turning the Scientific Upside Down, I have an experiment there, and I have also an observation. Also, I have a thought experiment. So, continue. Empirical evidence is information that justifies a belief in the truth or falsify of a claim. In the empiricist view, one can claim to have knowledge only when one has a true belief based on empirical evidence. This stands in contrast to the rationalist view, under which reason or reflection alone is considered to be evidence for the truth or falsity of some propositions. Okay, let's continue. The senses are the primary source of empirical evidence. Yes, I like this part. I'm going to give you this one, okay? The senses are the primary source of empirical evidence, although other sources of evidence, such as memory and the testimony of others, ultimately trace back to some sensory experience. They are considered to be secondary or indirect. I'm going to give you a direct empirical evidence that you are going to do it every day until you pass away, until you're done. Okay. So, the one that I discovered, the new intelligent design that I have discovered, the real and universal intelligence that I have discovered, it has the most obvious empirical evidence, and I'm going to share to you. Most obvious. I told you, it's just most obvious. You do it every day. If you don't do it, you are going to die. Okay, this is my book. You don't want to read my books. You are wiggling your head and saying that book is trash. That book is not science. That book is a fantasy. No problem. Okay? Okay, no problem. But I'm going to give you a hint on how you rediscover the real and universal intelligence. Because if you could answer this hint, you will arrive at the same conclusion that I had. You probably had to write a book same like me. But for now, I'm going to give you a hint. Okay. In my book, this book, I made an actual experiment. You see, this is my hand. I'm wrapping an egg to a tissue paper. I'm testing intelligence on this experiment. Okay, I'm testing the real and universal intelligence in this experiment. But now, since you don't want to read my book, you don't want to buy it, you don't want to read it, you don't want to study it, you just assume that my book is a trash. So I'm going to give you how you could rediscover this one. Okay, challenge number 1, or hint number 1. This is a thought experiment. Okay, listen very carefully. When you eat because you are hungry, when you drink because you are thirsty, do you use intelligence? I repeat. Challenge number 1, or hint number 1. When you eat because you are hungry, when you drink because you are thirsty, do you use intelligence? I will answer that. The answer for that is no. Okay, I already answered it. And from that, you are going to discover intelligence. And you are going to see the whole world around you. It will change. You will, your eyes, your scientific mind, scientific views, your reality, the universe, life, biology, physics, cosmology, astrophysics, everything will go into change, even philosophy or psychology. They will change. Okay, I repeat. You don't want to read my book? Okay. You don't want to read this experiment? Okay. This is the hint number 1. When you eat because you're hungry, when you drink because you're thirsty, do you use intelligence? The answer is no. Okay? So the question. From that, you could derive this one. Okay? Second challenge. That one is this one is to do it every day. I have told you that empirical evidence, the senses are the primary source of empirical evidence. And according to them, it is this direct. This is the direct empirical evidence that you are doing it every day. The second challenge, the second hint. What is the universal principle of making X? Let's assume for a moment. Okay, I repeat. What is the universal principle of making X? Assuming first that the X is the one that obviously you know. You know, for example, a car, a bicycle, a marker, this one, or this board. That's X. So what is the principle? The universal principle of making X. The reason why I'm using universal principle because all of us do it. Anybody could do it. Your mother, even your father, even you do it. That is universal. After you know this, then let's apply that knowledge to the particle, to life, to universe, to our existence. To physics, to biology, to psychology, to philosophy, to entire existence, to religion. And you will see what I have seen. And you will discover the real and universal intelligence that I have discovered. And this one is quite hard. But I've given you the hint, two hints. This one is challenge one. And this one. And if you want to know the answer, you can read from my book. But if you don't want to read the book, no problem. If you could answer that question, then probably you could answer the question that something like this. Is this mountain unintelligently designed or not? How do you know if this mountain, or the Mount Rushmore, or Mount Ararat, or Mount Sinai, or Mount Everest, or Mount Fuji is intelligently designed? How do you know? If you could answer this question, you answer this question, and you apply that to the question of the mountain, you can answer. It's simple. This one, you can answer that. Okay? Thank you. I want you to become not only a scientist, but a discoverer. A discoverer who will be using your mind of intellect. You will be using your power, your body for experiment. You are going to use your senses, empirical evidences, as senses, direct, so that you could know the real world, the reality, the real science, the one that I have seen. And if you know that, you will surely say, yeah, now I know, and I have never seen it. So please do it. If you do that, then you will know that what I'm saying is correct in science. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching this video. See you again for my other videos. Thank you.